voice, it counts them all. A team of hearts with plans to share. For every soul we're standing there. It's in the ballot, it's in our hands. Together we rise and take a stand. For every dream, for every need, community spirit is our creed. The Lord is here to pave the way, working hard both night and day, delivering hope, delivering dreams. We are the ones who fuel the streams. Every corner, every street, we bring the change that makes us meet. Hand in hand we hold the flame. Together we'll make a lasting name. It's in the ballot, it's in our hands. Together we rise and take a stand. For every dream, for every need, community spirit is our creed. The boat is here to pave the way, working hard both night and day, delivering hope, delivering dreams. We are the ones to fuel the streams. Every corner, every street, we bring the change that makes us meet. Hand in hand.
Welcome to the Pawnickyless City Community Board show for It's in the Ballot. I'm your host, Nick, and here are your candidates, Nick Ruini and you, Laura. We have Laura Tekiwi Burb.
I'm not actually a real candidate, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just filling in.
Yeah. Proxy. Yep, and with every election, there's one thing standing in their way, and that is your vote. And shall we start with my namesake here, Nick?
Thank you, Nick. My name is Nick Ruane. I'm really excited. Let's start that one again.
Yeah.
My name is Nick Ruane. I'm really excited by the opportunity to be putting my name forward for the community board. I think community boards are really important institutions of government, and I am the candidate that you really want to be putting your tick beside. I'm the candidate that's going to be putting your voice into local government. I'm a candidate who has a record of standing up for local communities and putting local communities' voices into local government. I am the candidate that will take your voice and put it into local government. Give me your tick. give me your support, and I will take that into local government. Thank you very much. Put your tick beside my name. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick. All right, next we have Laura.
Hi guys, my name is Laura. I'm actually the co-host for the show. It's in the Ballot. I'm not a real candidate, but I'm here kind of cosplaying tonight as a candidate. So it's to kind of give Nick a bit of a challenge. Now, I think Wellington is a fantastic community. The roads are a pain in the ass to navigate, but hey, it's what makes Wellington Wellington. The hills, the scenery, everything. Don't tick my name because my name is not on the ballot. Support this guy instead because he actually turned up tonight for tonight's show. Even though it's the afternoon. Yeah, he turned up for afternoon's show. Let's get that right. Okay, so yeah, vote for this guy. Don't vote for me because I'm not a tickable. I'm not a valid candidate. So yeah.
Thank you, Laura. Really good, really good. All right, so next we have what questions we think. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Sam. All right. There are 5 boxes. Each candidate takes a turn choosing a box. They work as a team for the community boards. So there are 5 boxes, and each candidate gets 1 minute to answer the questions. Both candidates will have to answer each question. So let's mix it up. Start with Laura.
Alrighty.
Choose a box, 1 to 5.
Oh, I'll choose 3. It's in the middle.
3. How will you stand for the community at the council table on issues where council is not in support of said issues?
Yeah, okay. So what I would do is I would create a list of risks and benefits to my proposal, and I would try to get as much support as possible to back me up because my proposals are really cool. And yeah, because they're cool, everyone should support my proposals.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Nick, what are your thoughts?
Thank you. It's a great question. I mean, I think every issue that comes in front of council is a potential issue that may divide the council. I think having a candidate that can bring communities together, that can bring the council together, I think is really important, especially at this time when we have a lot of division around council tables and in the community. I think I am that candidate that can bring people together, that can bring the council together. So what I would encourage you to do is to support me to go and do that work to bring the council together, to bring the members of the council together, and to get issues moved forward and progressed around the council table.
Thank you, Nick. All right, we'll go with you to choose the next box.
Thank you. I'll choose box number 1.
Number 1. What will be your preference for new streets name to be based on the Pawnickyless Community Board area? Example, former mayor's names gifted by local iwi, favorite Sesame Street character.
It's always been my experience that naming street names after people who are living is always a dangerous way to go because we just never know what they're going to do. However, what I would say is that having a close relationship with iwi is always leads to positive outcomes when it comes to street names, and we've seen that locally when we choose to rename our street names in line with their original street names as local iwi would want that to go. So my personal preference would be to work with local iwi hapu to form a view on what local street names should be.
Thank you very much. Laura?
Yeah, I agree with Nick. I think it's very important to work alongside with iwi and hapu to give Māori significance to these places, that were historically Māori. I think that's very important to build good relations with local hapu and iwi. And I also think it's really based. We should always name our streets after really based cool things, like iwi and hapu.
Good answer. Good answer. All right. We'll go with you for the next box.
Oh, I'll pick number 5.
Number 5. All right. What type of community projects would you be happy to support? Community board support for community board council grants.
Okay, because I'm a fake candidate now, it's starting to show. Okay, what would I support the community in doing? Well, just going off the top of my head, I'm a big fan of green spaces. I would like to see more green spaces. I think cycle lanes are really cool because they can help improve commerce in Wellington. They're great for local businesses, having people just cycle everywhere and walk everywhere. I also support the council in doing things that involve renewable stuff, and also recycling stuff and compostable stuff. And yeah, just all the green stuff. I really like the green stuff. So that's what I would support.
Excellent. Nick, you're up.
Thank you. I come from a background of serving in the local communities through community associations. And for me, I'd really like to see community boards championing projects that build up our community facilities, particularly in the areas of our community centres and spaces for our young people to have a place to come to in our communities. So for me, I'd really like to see those sort of projects brought up through this type of format up to the council to receive the funding that they need, because I know particularly at the moment our community facilities are under threat in certain parts of the city. So those are the sort of projects that I'd really like to see funded and supported throughout the city.
Well said. Well said. And your turn.
Ooh, I'd like number 2, please.
And number 2, it is, how would you stand up for your community interests if it differs from your own position?
Yeah, that's a good one. I think I've almost touched on that in the previous one. I mean, I think community interests are really crucial. That's certainly how you make yourself known within the wider city. I think for me, community is really important, and it's how I've managed to get myself into this position at the moment. So for me, that would really be number 1. However, having said that, there are some pretty major challenges that we're facing in our city at the moment. So that would be the frame that I would look through it as how do we make our community stronger in order to make our city stronger.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. And Laura.
Yeah, so simply put, how would I stand up for my community if the council disagrees with me? I would mandate fight nights. Basically, we'd set up a ring outside the council, right? And we'd have fight night every week, and we'll just go at it until the last person standing gets to make all the rules for Wellington.
Excellent. I like it. I like it. And so would this be anything goes, or?
Yeah, we'll use USC rules. Anything goes.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
No eye gouging though, and no kicks to the balls.
Yep.
But yeah, otherwise besides that, open weight class, doesn't matter, male, female, we'll throw everyone in there. We'll even do tag team fights.
I think we have a plan.
Yep. So, again, don't vote for me, vote for this guy. But if you like the idea of fight nights, you can put an imaginary tick down for me.
All right. Yeah. That was brilliant, Laura. Yeah. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. So, and let's just go back with Nick for choosing the last box.
Sorry, I'm forgetting what number it is. But...
We'll go with the number D.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, missing the top line of the question. Oh, yeah. How willing are you to work with local hapu and iwi at a community board level?
Yeah, I think working with local iwi and hapu at community board is crucial. I mean, if you're not willing to work with iwi and hapu at local government level, I mean, I would challenge your seriousness as a candidate. That's how you demonstrate your partnership within local government. So for me, I would say it's a crucial test for your seriousness as a candidate. So for me, It's fundamental to how you work at community board level. So for me, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, similar answer to Nick. If you don't want to work with Iwi and Hapu, I will fight you. I will bring out the taiha and the patu. We'll have a maurako match. We'll have a whawhai. Atu. Anything goes.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So we now have the candidates' closing statements. Yeah, could we? Thank you very much. All right. Sam is coming with a save because that was not enough of a practice for us. Exactly.
Okay, I guess I have to role play as multiple candidates now.
All right, we can give that a go. So, starting off, we have.
Answer these and how you would speak on behalf of the community.
See,
These hard-hitting questions
yeah.
on the main show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have 3 hard-hitting questions, and I will start with the first one. There is no choice in answering these. Everyone has to. What is your position on the Silver Mile upgrade that would remove private motor vehicles from the Silver Mile and making it pedestrian, bus, delivery of goods or services, and active mode transport only? Nick.
Sure, thank you. I mean, I think this one is not a straightforward one. For me, ultimately, I support the Golden Mile upgrade. I think it's really good. I think we need to be moving into more active modes of transport. I think we need to be shifting our cars from the Golden Mile. However, I would add a rider on that one and say that there are a significant number of our population within the city that require modes of transport that aren't able to use things like the bus and other forms of active transport. So I would say that we need to provide other modes of transport like taxi, like total mobility, to enable them to better access the city. So for me, it's a yes and in order to better access our city.
Good answer. Laura.
Right, so I'm going to have a crack at playing 2 different characters here. Well, I think petrol cars are the best things since sliced bread, and I reckon that the Golden Mile's a waste of money. I think we should be putting that towards pipes and other really cool things, okay? We need more roads, more bridges. We need more youths on the fucking roads. Yeah. Well, as a woke socialist, I really think that we need to have more public transport options, and I really think buses are really cool, and I like trains. Yeah, trains are very cool, and yeah, I think we have a real issue in this country with people being overweight. So the more people that walk and run and cycle everywhere, the better it will be for our health sector.
Well done. Well done with that duplicity there. All right. Hard-hitting question number 2. Do I have buttons? Yes, I do. The Fairmont Street Business and Restaurant Association went on a junket to Las Vegas, yep, and enjoyed their covered version of Fairmont Street in Las Vegas. The association now wants Pawnickyless Council to make our Fairmont Street the covered Fairmont Street of the South, and would like the $100 million project put into the long-term plan. As an elected member of council, would you be in support of this project or oppose it, and why? Laura.
Sorry, what was the question again?
All right. As an elected member of council.
No, that screen's not on.
on that one there. Okay.
I've already tried it, right?
Okay, hang on. Just let me have a gander at this question. Okay, I'm probably.
All right. So the Fairmont Street.
Oh, it's over there. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We're not junk. Las Vegas. Well, I'm opposed to it because I don't understand the question.
I like that in a prospective counselor. If you don't understand it, you probably should not agree with it. That is a admirable trait. Nick.
Yeah. This is a tricky one. I mean, I'm presuming that a business association will be in receipt of some form of council funding in order to, like most other associations. So there is some form of accountability for that spending. However, any project that goes into long-term planning needs to demonstrate a benefit to the wider city and not just to business community. So in order for it to go through a long-term planning process, there will need to be a wider consultation. They will need to demonstrate benefit to the wider community. So the business association is more than welcome to apply to have it put into the long-term plan, but you know, they can wish all they like for it to be put in there, but they have to demonstrate that it's going to, you know, provide a wider economic benefit to the city, to the community. So I would be skeptical of it because I would need to see a lot more information about what this potential plan would benefit the wider community. So for me, it's a skeptical need to see more information.
Couldn't agree more. All right. Hard-hitting question 3.
Yeah. It was an answer.
Yeah. So, hard-hitting question 3. All right.
Oh, is that the hard-hitting question?
That
That's
is
top.
now. All right. Luckily, this is test run. So, Pawnickyless has a crime problem. With the failed policy of imprisoned Mayor Lauren Boebert giving all ratepayers guns instead of having more cops on the beat, what is your plan to help bring down the crime problem and make Pawnickyless safe again? Let's start with Bruce Wayne.
You want to start with me?
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to arm the police more, and we need private prisons because we got to put all those bad people away. We got to lock them up. We should bring back the death penalty while we're at it.
All right. Nick.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know quite what to add on that. But I mean, if you take a walk down the main street of our city, you will see a lot of people that are struggling, that are in emergency or a temporary accommodation. So I would make a serious play for housing to move populations that are experiencing homeless into more long-term accommodation, and then we've got to start talking about opportunities for employment and some form of long-term plan out of the situation that the populations are in. So for me, it starts with housing, and then it starts with a plan to move away from the current situation into a situation where people can find employment and a plan. Because at the moment, you know, the situation that we have at the moment is just unacceptable, to have people living on the street or in temporary or transitional housing.
Your plan sounds too woke to me.
No. Well said. So now, yep, I can say it. All right. Candidates, we'd like to hear your closing statements. Let's start with Laura, number 1.
Right. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, don't vote for me because I'm not a real candidate. But if you agree with redneck version of me, then you probably should go get your head checked. I would strongly advise doing that. Don't vote for redneck version of me. There's the other version of me you could vote for, but I'm not a candidate, and I would make a terrible community board member. So don't vote for me. Vote for this guy. That's my closing statement.
Very nice. And Nick, beautiful closing statement.
Thank you. I'm not a real candidate either, but This has been a really fun time, and thank you. But if you were to vote for me, if I was on the ballot, I would seriously encourage you to vote for me, because this community board needs serious representation. It needs people that are taking their community seriously, that love their community, that are going to advocate for their community on the city council at the moment, because there are serious problems that need fixing. And this is I am the type of candidate that will take the community's concerns seriously and advocate for them around the council table. So I encourage you to vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nick. And Laura 1 and 2. All right. Thank you to our sponsors. In particular, we have Fisher Paykel. What was that? Yes, well, it would be wonderful. Coke, as always. Bring back original. And of course, Newtown School. We couldn't have done this without you. I'd also like to thank everyone who worked on the show tonight. We have Stacy off-site. Thank you, Stacy. We have Sam, the man himself. Thank you. Ray on cameras and on phone. And of course, your host, Nick. Give it up. Yeah, let's do that. Nope, hold.
Nice.
Awesome.
Don't thank me. Just hanging out here.